Welcome back to Origami Snowman. Okay, some just brief housekeeping before I get to the point. I need to write. I really need to write. I need to write. It's just I got characters in my head, and I need to meet them, and I need to write. I don't know if it'll turn into anything, but unfortunately, when I'm writing, I'm not great at making videos. I mean, let's be honest, the videos I do make, not home runs, but I don't usually take the time to make them. So I want to finish up. I want to get these last 600 some holes out of the way. So I'm going to be doing some speedrun videos to wrap things up and be done with desert golf. And then take a video break, which I know the algorithm loves. YouTube adores when I take breaks. And I'm almost to 100 subscribers also, which, you know what? Let's be honest. In the grand scheme of things, 100 subscribers is not a lot. But can I say something? I've got 100 people who have said they are interested in watching my videos. And to me, you 100 people are worth every video I make. So I don't want to leave y'all hanging. So while I'm writing, I'm going to try to sprinkle in a few videos. I don't know what they'll be, but we'll see. So here in a few days or week or however long, I don't know, I'm going to be wrapping up the desert golf because we'll get to hole 10,000 and can't come too soon because I'm running out of things to ramble about. I don't know how many times I've brought up Brandon Sanderson, but I think I've wrung that rag dry. So we're going to talk about other things. So just a heads up. Today, what I want to talk about is my favorite thing about being a bus driver, because I'm just thinking about it today. We just came off spring break. The eclipse was yesterday. Oh, and here's a real fun little tip about the eclipse. You're going to want to tell everyone about your eclipse experience, but you need to know that we were all there. We all had the same experience. Just so you know, feel free. Tell everybody. Tell people about it. Talk about it. Make videos about it. But you should know we were all there too. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. But feel free to talk about it. But no, you're not imagining the dead look in the eyes of those listening. So I love being a bus driver. Coming back from spring break, it was so great seeing my kids again. Just hearing not too many of them were too excited about their spring breaks. One young lady was very excited because she got to go to the American Girl doll store. And so that was fun. And she also told me a story about how she hurt her foot at the lake. So I got to hear all about that. My high school kids, they looked like, okay, we're back to it. They all know school's almost done. Let's just buckle down, get through this, all that good stuff. Some of them were very, very excited to tell me all sorts of big news. And it's funny. I see these kids every single day, and I get daily updates. And I love being a weird little part of their life. Two of these kids, they have an older sister who used to ride my bus, doesn't anymore. And I do miss her being on the bus because she's an absolutely just fantastic human being and just so much fun to talk to. But I still get updates about her, and I feel like I'm part of their life in more of a capacity than just a bus driver, and that's absolutely terrific. That feels so new to me, to be part of someone's life in a way that is more than just a title. Does that make sense? My own kids, they don't talk to me much. Silver blood, she does, but she's still young, so I'm not annoying yet. Does that make sense? She's 14. She'll be 15 shortly, but like, you know, I I don't know. The other two, one doesn't talk to me, just ugh, and the other won't even like will not admit to anything. Won't admit to the kind of music he listens to, will not admit to what book he's reading. He tries so hard to be an enigma, and I don't know why. It's not like he's a ninja. Like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. So having these kids who have no choice but to get on my bus and go to school every day, they treat me with so much respect, and they welcome me into their weird little lives, and I love it. It makes me feel very, very special and very important. And I've gotten to the point where I know I can tell something's wrong. I can tell when they're tired, and I can tell like when something is wrong. You know, sometimes you say, "Hey, how you doing? Really? You okay? Everything all right? Yeah, I'm just tired." And you can believe them, right? You can say, oh, "Okay, they're just tired." And sometimes I'm going to try to bounce it off the opposite. Nope, never mind. And sometimes when they say, "Oh, I'm just tired," and you can tell when they're just saying that because they don't want to make a big fuss. Do you know what I mean? Let's see if I can. Nope. And I had that today. One of my favorite passengers got on and just didn't seem, didn't seem to percolate. They just seem sad, and I don't think it was tired. I don't think that's what it was. But I didn't get a chance to talk to them about it because at that point the bus was very full of people, and it didn't seem appropriate to dig deeper where they obviously weren't interested in digging. Does that make sense? So hopefully tonight they ride the... I'm so sorry. That came out of nowhere. Hopefully tonight they ride the bus and I can kind of ask privately, because they are one of my last stops, and so that means that I can kind of, ask them with nobody around, just to make sure they're doing okay. And it's funny because it's not my problem. It's none of my business. Some people might say, you're overstepping. Let this teenager figure things out. If they need to talk to somebody, they've got parents, they've got a guidance counselor, they can talk to, whoever. But they won't. Kids, the guidance counselor's not going to come to them and say, "Hey, I noticed you seemed a little down today," And some parents are very, they mean well, they're very good intentioned, but some are afraid to acknowledge that maybe something is wrong and it needs attention. And so to have a parent, or to have a child say, "Hey, I'm not well, something's wrong," the urge, and I'm telling you, this is more often than not, this is how I am as a parent, to say, "Oh, you know what, you just need more rest, or maybe you need to drink more water, or maybe, you need to whatever. Maybe you're spending too much time on your phone. Maybe you need more exercise. Maybe, blah, blah, blah." Instead of listening to your child and acknowledging that, hey, they have some actual real, I thought it was going to bounce off the lip. They have some genuine concerns that need my attention. We try to solve it with just a quick little, a cupcake fix, you know what, you need a cupcake, and then your kid doesn't get their issues resolved. And sometimes all they need to do is to talk about it, or even just to know somebody cares, somebody's willing to make this their problem. Oh, flips. And yeah, maybe it should be somebody other than the bus driver, but it's not. And yeah, so I think getting to know these kids on such a personal level is my favorite part of this job. And it makes me wonder, like, maybe I could have been like something else. Maybe I could have been a teacher or a guidance counselor or something. But I'm telling you, teachers and guidance counselors, they don't get to do what I do. They don't, they just don't. They, I, I get to talk to these kids on a level that these other official adults. Why do I keep doing the same exact thing over and over again? I don't get. I don't have to talk to these kids like they are commodities. Does that make sense? When you talk to a teacher, they say, "Oh, you have so much potential, and you really need to make sure you are thinking about your future, and this and that and the other thing." And I'm a bus driver. I don't care what your grades are. If you're proud of a grade, tell me about it. I'm happy for you. Your feelings about your grades, that to me is so much more important. That is what I'm interested in. Show choir, you having a terrible season? I'm still going to go to your show. I still want to watch you do this thing that you love, that you put so much time into. Are you like in marching band and you really want somebody there to watch you and support you? I'll go. I will be happy to go sit through a stupid football game to watch you play your horn and march around. Like, great. I don't need anything from you but for you to feel okay. I can talk to you about that and I can care for you. I can't advise medication. I can't, I can assure you that you're doing better than you think, that you're not alone. I can be encouraging. And yeah, like, that's not part of my job. I do that extra. I do that for free. That's, I'm okay with that. I enjoy doing that. If I couldn't do that, I don't know that there'd be any point in me doing my job. For real. That's the only reason I drive a bus, is so I can like hang out and chat and be kind and loving and patient with these kids who maybe don't have any other adults in their lives who are willing to give them that kind of time and attention. So like, it's such a unique role, and it hurts every year. I've got fifth graders who I lose to middle school. I've got seniors that I lose to college or to, the job market, or just to, it's just time. I lose kids to driving licenses. I lose kids to, transferring to another school. Oh, for the love of Pete. I tell you, this job, it hurts me in so many ways, but good grief, it also uplifts me. I have so much hope for the future because of these kids that I've met on my bus. I've got, Bree and Jana, like I've got Quill and Jamie and Olivia, my old route, Aaliyah and Charlene, and just all these kids who were so like, just, I call them Hall of Famers, because these are kids who I will never forget about. Shep, are you kidding me? Shep, you're amazing. Just these incredible kids who, no, I take them, I pick them up on the street and I drop them off on the street. Like, that's sounds very weird, but I'm so lucky to have found the secret to this job. It's so much more than picking up and dropping off. Unfortunately, that is the flaming hoop that I had to jump through in order to do the good part of my job. So if you wonder, why would a perfectly capable middle-aged man want to do a job that barely pay. Like, no, this does not pay well at all. I have to take other jobs, like, training other drivers. I try to sell books. I do not sell many of them. I would love for this YouTube channel to actually become a source of income. That would ease a lot of burdens. But I'm willing to put up with it, with, living at the poverty line, because I get to be a part of the lives of these absolutely amazing kids. So, if you wonder, that's it. That's why. Anyway, that's all. It was kind of a short video. I just wanted to talk about this thing that I love so, so much, and these kids who are so amazing and have changed my life forever. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys to death, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.